Okay, so today let's do a deep dive into a piece of hardware that I think is a real game changer for reliability in live video. We're talking about the Datavideo NVS-35.
Yeah, and our mission here is really to cut through the specs and get to the heart of how this box solves, the two biggest headaches for modern producers,
Right.
unstable networks, and of course the huge demand for vertical mobile video.
Right. So at its core, it's an H.264 encoder. It takes an SDI or HDMI signal and makes a stream. But it's more than that.
It is so much more. It's not just an encoder, it's also a recorder. And that's really the key value proposition here, especially for the price point, which is around $1,200.
So you're streaming live, but at the exact same time, it's recording a high-quality MP4 master file right to an SD card.
Exactly. And the great thing is, it supports formats that get rid of those old 4 GB file size limits. It just keeps recording continuously. It's about workflow, but it's also about having that backup.
A safety net.
Total safety net. And that extends to the inputs, too. You have incredible flexibility.
Okay, so what are we looking at for sources?
Well, you've got your professional SDI and 2 dedicated XLR inputs for audio, but it also has HDMI and RCA inputs. It's built to handle pretty much any setup.
And how does it manage the data load? Because you're streaming and recording at the same time.
It handles it really intelligently. You can actually set different byte rates. So for your recording, your archive, you can push that up to, say, 16 megabits per second for quality.
Okay.
But for streaming and recording together, it can handle a combined total of up to 36 megabits, all while doing 1080p 60. It lets you decide what your priority is.
That's a huge amount of control. But let's talk about reaching the audience where they actually are. I mean, the numbers are staggering. Something like half of all viewers are on smartphones.
And 94% of them prefer holding their phone vertically. It's a statistic you just can't ignore anymore.
Wow. So how does the NVS-35 address that?
It has a function called vertical screen streaming. It basically makes it super easy to create a vertical stream, so you're instantly optimizing your output for that massive mobile market.
Okay, so that handles the mobile audience. But what about that other nightmare scenario we all dread? The unstable Wi-Fi, the low bandwidth venue.
Yeah, the classic problem. This is where it gets really interesting. The NVS-35 supports the SRT streaming protocol.
SRT. Okay, break that down for us. Why does that matter?
Well, think of it as the antidote to pixelation and buffering. Where the old RTMP protocol would just choke on a bad network, SRT handles it much more efficiently. It needs less bandwidth, and it fixes data errors way faster.
So for the viewer, that means a smoother, more stable picture.
A much smoother picture. And on top of that reliability, you can also dual stream send your feed to 2 different platforms like YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Okay, so you're getting more reach and more reliability.
Exactly. And that scalability just explodes when you pair it with Datavideo's optional DV cloud service.
Ah, okay. How does that work?
It lets you use that super reliable SRT protocol for what they call the first mile. That's the, notoriously unstable connection from your location out to the internet.
So even if your final destination, say, some niche platform, doesn't support SRT.
Right. You just send the reliable SRT stream to DV Cloud, and then DV Cloud converts it to standard RTMP for the final delivery. It acts as a buffer.
A professional buffer.
Yeah.
And I hear with the Pro version of DV Cloud, you can push that even further.
Oh, yeah. With DV Cloud Professional, your local bandwidth basically becomes irrelevant. You can stream to up to 25 platforms at once, and you get real-time stats, so you know for sure every single frame got where it was going.
So at the end of the day, the value here is pretty clear. You're getting reliability with SRT, amazing flexibility with the dual stream and record, and you're optimized for mobile with vertical streaming. It really feels built for today's creator.
It is, and it makes you think about the bigger picture, too. If 94% of mobile viewers really do prefer a vertical orientation, how long is it going to be until major broadcast standards actually start to shift away from the traditional 16.9 frame? It's definitely some food for thought.